Hey, what's going on with you guys? Yesterday, man, I'm just gonna recap yesterday. Didn't go as great as I expected to. I still ended up breaking even, but I did do a bit of chasing, so that's not advised. When you bet, you want to keep to your same amount of units that you bet. Like when you do your straight bets, you want to keep the same amount of units. Always make sure your parlays are not even close to the amount that you're betting on your straight bets. And yeah, let's just recap what actually happened yesterday. So I had four main bets, four straight bets that I really liked. And of course, I had a fifth that I liked for a parlay. So it was the Kelly Oubre points over. He didn't hit, unfortunately, so that killed the parlay off rip. De'Aaron Fox over 25.5 points, which was pretty much my lock of the day. The dude gets injured in 9 minutes, so that destroyed me before I even thought about Kelly Oubre flopping. Um, Kyrie over 29.5. He finished 2 points shy. He had 28. Then I had Tyrese Maxey over 22.5. That, of course, that hit. And then the last play was, what was the last play? What was my last play? I'm kind of forgetting. Oh, I don't know how I'm forgetting this one. Bradley Beal over 21.5 points. He finished with 20. So I had two guys finish 2 points shy. I had another guy get injured. So it was just all in all just some real fluky, just unlucky. But let's get into my actual plays for today. Oh, also I have to say this is where I chased. So after all of that, I'm down, right? I'm like, you know what? I gotta get it back in one shot. I put all my chips in the middle table. I took John Morant over 30.5 points, and of course he finished with like 37 or something like that. So he got me back. He got me right back on track. But today we're gonna get to the plays that I really like. I got about three plays. This is not a big slate of games. Honestly, it's only a 4 game slate. And me personally, I want to stay. I want to stay in the games. Like especially when I do points, I want to go. I want to go after the guys that got the high usage, the high minutes, guys who won't have too much interference in them scoring their points. Right. So the first bet I have for today, it comes from. I'm skipping over the Bulls game. I'm skipping over the Bulls versus Nets, the Warriors versus Heat. And then my first play is from the OKC versus Magic game. I have Paolo Banchero over 22.5 points. Now, this is a number that he hasn't hit in his last 2 games, right? But that's why you got this context everything, right? You got to look at the amount of shot attempts he's getting, the usage, the minutes, and the opponent as well, right? So and this is why I love the number. So you got Cole Anthony out of the lineup. You got Jalen Suggs who likely won't play. And then he's been a rookie. He's averaging 23 points a game, right? He has a decent usage percentage. Just in his last 2 games, he's taken 34 shots, and I think that number is going to be on pace. I think he's probably going to take about 18 to 20 shots today, and he's a really efficient guy. He's 6'10", who has the skill set of a guard. So let me go into the games, his last 2 games. So the first game versus Charlotte, he had 21 in 27 minutes, and it was a blowout. So he didn't get to play his typical 33, 34 minutes or so that he would normally probably get. And then the second game versus Dallas, they lost. He took 20 shots and he finished with 18. And of course, we all know Dallas was a top defense last year. They're still a pretty good defense this year. So and it was a game on the road too. So going into that Dallas environment, tough team to dominate. They play pretty good team defense. He just shot poorly, but the shot attempts is what's encouraging. And if you're gonna take 20 shots, I'm signing up for that every time. He points at 22 and a half, and you're as skilled as he is, taking that over at 22 and a half points. That's probably my favorite play of the day, honestly. Then the next play I have Wendell Carter over 9.5 rebounds. It was a little juice when I got it. I got it at a minus 130. Now this is a number that's pretty low, and I think it's probably because he has Bobo's starting alongside of him now. Bobo's like we all know he's like 7'2" or whatnot, so he's going to steal a little bit of bounds, right? But this is a Thunder team who won't be as efficient. I think there's plenty of opportunity. They're undersized team as well. I think there's plenty of opportunities for him to get rebounds. He might even finish with like offensive rebounds today alone. Um, I think this is a great spot for him. If he's playing 32 to 34 minutes, this is a lovely spot for him to get 10 bounds. I like the number. It's a little bit juice, but still a great spot for Wendell Carter. And then my last play is Devin Booker over 28.5 points. We just saw what he did last game. As long as Ayton's not in the lineup and they're playing teams that don't really play much defense, I'm gonna take that number from Booker every time. And a lot of people were high on the T-Wolves coming into the season, like, oh, their defense should be so crazy because you got Cat and you have Gobert in the front court. But they just haven't been scary to me on defense. They've lost twice. They lost twice to the Spurs. I'm trying to go through their losses right now and see how many points they gave up. So, lost twice to the Spurs. They gave up 115 in the first loss. They gave up 107 in the second loss. And then against the Jazz team, they gave up 132 points. Now that game went to overtime, so I'm not going to criticize them too often. But I think there's definitely some points that could be scored here for Devin Booker. He's an efficient scorer as well, and I just don't have in the T-Wolves on the road. I just don't primetime game, TNT game. I think this is a great spot for D Book. I kind of wish it was a little like 1 point shorter just so I could get the 28. I don't know why I'm weird. I don't like betting on the over when it's an even number, but D Book's in a good spot right here. He should get at least 20 plus shots as well. He's an efficient guy. He's a guy that's gonna exaggerate a little bit. We might get some cheap free throws. So I like that number as well. And those are my 3 plays. Those are already locked in. The line might have changed on some of those. I didn't check, but nonetheless, I like those plays a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're gonna tail. Join the Discord as well. That'll be in the description. You can follow on Twitter, whatnot. I put my updated plays there too. So giving you different places just in case you don't use the Discord. I will be posting my plays there. So that's about it, and I'm out. Peace.